This conference will now be recorded.
So in this session, we'll have complete introduction to Power BI. So what is Power BI? What we can do with Power BI? I'll discuss in this 1 hour of session. So first, before I start explain what is Power BI, if I ask a question, what do you know about Power BI? Some people will answer Power BI is a reporting software. Some people will answer Power BI is a data visualization software. Data visualization software. Some other people will answer Power BI is a data analytics software. Analytics software. Some other people will answer that Power BI is a business intelligence software. Business intelligence. In short, we call it as BI, business intelligence software. Everyone is correct here, guys. Everyone is correct. Whoever is calling it as a reporting software, those people are correct. Whoever is calling it as a data visualization software, yes, it's a data visualization software. Whoever is calling it as a data analytics software, yes, these people are correct. So whoever is calling it as a business intelligence software, yes, it's a business intelligence software. So leave it about these technical terms. So which companies will use Power BI software? Okay. And once you learn Power BI, you are the Power BI developer. You are the BI developer. Some people will call it as BI developer. Some people will call it as data analyst. So which companies will hire these BI developers, Power BI developers? So the question here is, which companies will use Power BI? Will use Power BI software, and which companies will hire Power BI developers? Will hire Power BI developers. Power BI developers. So Power BI developers, let's understand. So which companies will hire the Power BI developer is when there is any company, any company you take, when there is any company. In my example, I'll take the company name as Amazon. When there is any company, and for example, I'm taking Amazon company. When they're doing any business, Amazon have a lot of business. One of the business they have is e-commerce business. One of the business they have is what? E-commerce business. And when they have business, they'll get some business data from their business. They'll get some business data. They'll get some business data. So that business data, they will be storing in some place, guys. That business data they will store in some place. Let me open one document. When they're getting some business data, that business data, sometimes they'll store in files, Excel files. Sometimes they'll store in databases like SQL Server or Oracle or some other database also, or some other database. They might use anything to store the business data. Fine. When they're getting the business data will be stored in some Excel files and databases, etc, etc. Okay. So whatever the business data they are storing here, they want to analyze that business data. This Amazon, whatever the business data they're getting, they are storing here, they want to analyze the business data. So when they want to analyze the business data, and they want to analyze their business data, analyzing the business data means they want some reports and visualizations to create on top of their business data, or when they want to understand how the business is running, how much sales they made, how much quantity they sold, how much profits they received from each country, how much profits they're getting from each category, how much sales amount they're getting. When they want to analyze their business data, when they want to perform some analysis on top of their business data, they will hire So they will use Power BI software, guys. Power BI software is used for analyzing the business data. Whatever the business data the client is getting, you are seeing here, whatever the business data client is getting. So that business data they're storing here, either in Excel files, either in databases. So whatever the business data they're storing here, when they want to analyze that business data, they will use Power BI software. They'll use Power BI software. Okay. So, okay, they're using Power BI software. They need a person who know Power BI and who know how to use the Power BI and how to analyze the data using Power BI. The person who knows Power BI is Power BI developers. So Power BI developers here, so they learn Power BI, they know how to analyze the business data using this Power BI software. Okay. So when there is any company, when they're doing the business data will be storing in the uh, we call them as OLTP systems, guys. In software field, everything will have a name. The place where we store the business data, people will call it as the place where we store the business data. Business data, we call it as OLTP systems. We call as OLTP systems or data sources. Data. Another name is data sources also. So when you join as a Power BI developer, clients will provide some OLTP systems or data sources. So the place where company is storing the data. So I joined as a Power BI developer for Amazon. Amazon is storing their business data. Amazon will do the business in multiple countries. Take an example. Amazon is storing UK sales in Excel, US sales in SQL Server, and India sales in Oracle database. So they want to analyze this data. So the place where companies store its business data, we call them as OLTP systems and data sources or data sources. They'll give these data sources and they will ask you to analyze the data. They will ask you to analyze the data means they'll ask you to create some reports and visuals. You're seeing here, they'll ask you to create some reports and visuals. So using Power BI software. One thing, guys, to analyze the business data, we not only have Power BI in the market, we have hundreds of softwares in the market to analyze the business data. Analyze business data. There are, along with Power BI, there are hundreds of softwares. Along with Power BI, there are hundreds of softwares in the market. Not one or two, hundreds of softwares. So if you want to buy a mobile, how we have many brands from many companies, same way, when a company want to analyze their business data, they have their own options. Multiple companies have their own business intelligence tools, BA tools. They can choose any one. Let me list topmost BA tools we have in the market. Power BI, Tableau, ClickView. Like this, there are a lot of tools. MSBI, OBAW, Cognos, BO. Like this, hundreds of softwares are there in the market. We will use these softwares to analyze the business data. But Power BI is the market leader, guys. Lot of companies to analyze the business data, they're using Power BI. Let me show you here one image and you will understand why Power BI is the market leader. So there is a survey company called Gartner. So they will do the survey on the softwares. So which software, based on the survey, they will give the rankings. So Power BI is in the first place. Power BI is from Microsoft, guys. When you look at this, Power BI is far ahead when you compare with all other softwares. Power BI, Microsoft Power BI. Then second place is Tableau. Then ClickView. Like this, they given the ranking, guys. So all these softwares we used for analyzing the business data only. Analyzing the business data. Power BI is the market leader. Lot of companies are using Power BI. Not only now. So in the future also, there is a good future for Power BI software. So I request everyone, please be on mute. So there will be lot of future for Power BI. Currently, lot of people are using, not only now, down the line. So every company, previously when they're using some other BI tools, they're migrating to Power BI. They're using Power BI and they are doing the analysis with Power BI now. Okay, so we understand that Power BI is the market leader in this space. So what are the softwares I listed here? They categorized into two different categories. All the above softwares, we categorized into two different categories. Categorized into traditional softwares and self-service softwares. Traditional softwares and self-service softwares. Self-serviced softwares. If you see here, whatever the softwares I listed on the top, few softwares we call it as traditional softwares, few softwares we call it as self-service softwares. Understand? Whatever the softwares I listed on the top, few softwares we call it as traditional softwares, few softwares we call it as self-service softwares. To understand the Power BI architecture completely, you need to have some basics. So once after this class, I'll share this notepad, I'll share this recorded session, I'll share material also. No worries. Just concentrate what I'm explaining here. Fine, guys. So when you look at here, so few softwares here comes under traditional, few softwares here comes under self-service. When you ask me Power BI comes under where, Power BI is a self-service software. I'll explain why I'm calling Power BI software as a self-service software. I'll explain. So again, all the above softwares we categorized into on-premise softwares and cloud-based softwares. On-premise softwares and cloud-based softwares. Cloud-based softwares. Whatever the softwares I written on the top, few softwares will comes under on-premise, few softwares will comes under cloud-based. If you ask me Power BI comes under where, Power BI is a cloud-based software. Power BI is a cloud-based software. I can give the definition of Power BI like this. Power BI is a self-serviced, cloud-based reporting software or data visualization software or data analytics software or business intelligence software. This is the definition. So I'll call this 6 as characteristics of Power BI. Whatever the 6 you are seeing, starting from self-serviced, we call it as characteristics of Power BI. I'll talk about each one. Let me start explaining about why we are calling the Power BI software as a self-service software. We know that what is the purpose of this software? Every software I listed here, they just used for analyzing the business data. Whatever the business data client have, to analyze the business data, we use those softwares. I said that Power BI comes under a category called self-serviced. Why Power BI is a self-service software? Let's understand. When you can call Power BI as a self-service software, let's understand. In any software, if you are able to complete your work with drag and drop, point and click in any software, if you are able to complete your work with drag and drop, complete your work with drag and drop, comma, point and click, point and click. So that kind of software we call it as self-service softwares. So there are some softwares here in this list which can analyze the data, which can analyze the business data with just drag and drop, point and click, drag and drop, point and click. So all these softwares are used for analyzing the business data. So analyzing the business data can be done using just drag and drop, point and click. So when you're able to complete the analysis with the drag and drop, point and click without writing any code, we call that software as self-service software. In Power BI, when client provided some business data to you, to perform the analysis on top of the business data, you don't want to write any code. I joined in a company, so my company provided the business data in SQL Server database. They're asking to analyze this business data. When you want to analyze that business data, analyzing the business data means they're asking to create some reports and visuals on top of that business data. They want some statistics from the business data. For doing that, you don't want to write single line of code. Let me show you here. So this is Power BI software. Let me open it. So I joined in a company. My client is storing their complete business data in SQL Server. I want to analyze that business data. To analyze the business data with Power BI, you don't want to write any code. I open Power BI software here, and you can connect to the SQL Server. I want to bring the data from SQL Server. Power BI can bring the data from almost any kind of data source. If you look at here, it can bring the data from hundreds of different data sources. Now, I want to bring the data from SQL Server database. I want to analyze. Click on connect. You want to give the server name. Let me go and provide the server name here. Server name. So this is the server from where I want to bring the data, and press OK. It will connect to that SQL server. It will show list of databases in SQL server. I want to take the data from AdventureWorks data warehouse database. When you open the database, this is the server. Basically, one SQL server will contains multiple databases. It have 5 databases, and one database will contains multiple tables. It contains 39 tables. I want to analyze the data. So what are the tables you want to analyze the data? Tables. I want to analyze customer data, products data, and sales data. And sales data. Select what are the data you need to analyze. In which tables data you need to analyze. Click on load. Click on load. So when you click on load, look at this data loading into Power BI. So the data got loaded into Power BI. So now you have the 3 tables what you bought. So you are seeing the 3 tables here. So 3 tables. Let's start performing the analysis. So to connect to the data source, to bring the data into Power BI, have we written any code here? No, right? I haven't written any code. With just point and click, I connect to SQL Server database. I bought those tables. Now I need to start creating the reports. There is a sales table. In the sales table, there is a sales amount column. Client is expecting to see what is the total sales amount they received. When they want to see what is the total sales amount they received, you want to take one visual and you want to present the data. You don't want to write any code again here. Go to the sales table and drag the sales amount column. You can see what is the total sales we made. Totally we made a sales 2.3 million. 2.3 million. And this time client is asking, fine, we are doing a total sales of 2.3 million. It is okay. So there are multiple uh, genders. There are male genders and female genders who are doing the sales with us. Can you let me know male gender how much sales they are doing, female gender how much sales they are doing? In this total sales, male gender how much sales they are doing, female gender how much sales they are doing. For this, you want to create one visual and you want to show it. Go to the customer table, drag the gender column, go to the sales table, drag the sales amount column. Again, you don't want to write any code here. So with point and click, you can complete your work. All this in a detailed way, we'll discuss in the coming classes. Now, when you go and look at here, each gender wise, what is the sales amount? I'm showing there. Look at this. So male gender, they're doing 14.55 million sales. Female gender, they're doing 14.81 million sales. When you sum them, it will come to 29 million, right? I want to show each product wise how much sales amount I'm getting. Each product, how much sales. You want to go and take one more visual this time, keep it somewhere here, and you want to show product name and sales. To show product name by sales, you want to go and present the data. Go to the product table. In the product table, you can find the product name column, English product name, and go to the sales table, drag the sales amount column, sales amount column. So that's it, guys. Go to the format, enable the data labels, copy the format painter, paste it here. Look at this. So let me go and enable this. When you look at this here, you are showing product wise, each product how much sales it is doing. We're able to see. We're able to see. Fine. Like
Mr.
this,
Kumar,
to create any visuals, you don't want to write any code. Can you give me some time? Someone is trying to ask some question. If I can take the questions here, I might not complete the demo by the time. I will answer every question and I'll stop my demo. I request, there are 20 people here. When we start answering the questions now, there might be a chance where the demo will go to 11 o'clock or 12, or not 11 o'clock, 11:30, 12. So I'll answer every question and I'll stop my demo. Request you to please note the questions. Please note the questions. Fine, guys. So like this, any analysis, what client is asking, you don't want to write any code. With drag and drop, point and click, you can complete the analysis. As we are able to perform our analysis with just drag and drop, point and click, that is the reason I am calling this software as self-service software. So guys, to understand the complete architecture of Power BI, we need to have some basics. Who are from other BI tools? Just bear with me for a few minutes. I'll discuss actual things. There are some people from non-BI background, they need some basics here. Okay, fine guys. So in older days, to perform the same analysis, we use traditional softwares. So all the old softwares, we call it as traditional softwares. When you look at here, the softwares are there in the market before 10 years back. So they got released into the market before 10 years back. All the softwares are traditional softwares. In traditional softwares, to analyze the business data, we need to write some code. We need to write some code. And to learn traditional softwares, to work with traditional softwares, the person need he should be from IT background. You need to have some basics of SQL. You need to have some basics of programming knowledge. Otherwise, learning the traditional tools is not that easy. Working with them is not that easy. But these days, when the client provided the same business data, when you want to analyze the same business data, we will use self-service tools like this. So all these tools comes under self-service. So in self-service tools, you don't want to write any code here. You don't want to write any code, and learning them is very simple, and working with them is simple. Even a non-IT person who doesn't have any technical background, who doesn't have any programming background or computers background, they can learn them, they can work with them. So not only that guys, when client provided some business data, so when they're asking to analyze that business data, when client provided some business data, when they're asking to analyze the business data, so in the older days, I said that we'll analyze the business data using traditional softwares. To analyze them with traditional softwares, if it is taking 6 months of time, 6 months of time, the same analysis, same business data, same analysis. When you want to analyze these days, we don't use traditional softwares. We'll use self-service softwares. In self-service softwares, you can complete the analysis less than 2 months, less than 2 months. 2 months. Believe me, in the older days, to load the table, to build the model here, to build a model here, it takes weeks of time. But in self-service tools, you can load them, you can build a model within minutes, and you can start developing the visuals. The time it is going to take analyze the data in self-service tools is very less. Okay, and even learning them is easy. The person who doesn't have any priority knowledge, they can even learn them, they can even work with them. Fine guys, so this is why we are calling the Power BI software is as a self-service software. The next one is I written cloud based. What is cloud based? Why I am calling the Power BI software as a cloud based software, I'll discuss at the end of the demo. Let's jump into the next one. Next one is reporting. So, and I'll talk about reporting and data visualization. So one by one. So both are related guys. Reporting. What is reporting? So definition for reporting is presenting the data, presenting the data in a structured format. Structured format. We call it as a reporting. So data visualization. Let me talk about data visualization also. Data visualization. So presenting the data in the graphical format. We call it as presenting the data in the graphical format. In the graphical format, we call it as data visualization. In the older days, when client provided some business data, when they're asking to analyze the business data, in the older days, we used to present the data in the structured format. In the structured format, once after presenting the data in the structured format, we'll share them with the clients. So this is older days. When client provides some business data, I'll show you practically. When client provided some business data, when they're asking to analyze the business data, these days, these days we are presenting in graphical format. Graphical format. So in the older days, when client provided some business data, when they're asking to analyze that, we used to present them in the structured format. We used to share them with the clients. We used to share them with the clients. Clients will see the data in that. They will analyze the data. They will understand the data. These days, when the clients is asking to analyze the business data, we used to present them in the graphical format. We used to share them with the client. Let me show you what is structured format and what is graphical format. Let me bring a new table here. I want one more table from Excel. I want one more additional table here from Excel. Click on get data, click on Excel. Bringing the tables is simple, guys. Here source files. I want to bring one table from this sample superstore Excel. Select the table, click on load. Once you load the table, now you can start performing the analysis. There is an orders table here. In the orders table, if you go and see here, there is one column called sales column. So I join as a Power BI developer for a e-commerce business. All the orders related data they're storing in this orders table, and they're asking to show what is the sum of sales, total sales they made. So when you want to show what is the sum of sales they made, you can take one visual and you can drag. You can drag the column. Go to the orders table and drag the sales column, where you can see the total sales we made is 2.3 million. 2.3 million. Total sales we made is 2.3 million. When I show this, my client is asking, fine, okay, you said that total sales we made is 2.3 million. I want to understand, there are multiple subcategories we are selling in our company. I want to understand each subcategory, how much sales it is giving. Total 17 subcategories are there. I want to show each subcategory how much sales we are getting. In the older days, to show that, we used to present in the structured format like this. In the older days, to present the same data, this data, subcategory wise sales, so we used to present in structured format. So subcategory and sales, right? Drag the subcategory column, drag the sales column. So let me increase some size. So in the older days, to show subcategory wise sales, we used to present them in the structured format like this. Let me We used to present the data in the structured format. Each subcategory, starting from accessories towards tables, what is the subcategory and how much sales it is doing. Total is 2.3 million. So when you present the data in the structured format like this, we call it as reporting. The same analysis, when the client is asking to perform these days, we don't present them in the structured format. We'll present them in the graphical format. Let me take a column chart and keep it somewhere here and develop the visual. So what we need to show here? We need to show subcategory wise sales. To show subcategory wise sales here, go to the subcategory column, drag it, go to the sales column, drag it. Let me do some basic formatting here. Subcategory in ascending order. Let me go and enable the data labels, and let me do this. Fine, guys. When you look at this visual, both the places I am showing same data. Subcategory wise sales. Here also subcategory and their sales. Here also subcategory and their sales. And one place I presented in the structured format, another place I presented in the graphical format. So both will share. In the older days, we'll develop like this, we'll share with the clients. These days, we'll develop visuals, we'll share with the clients. So now, why the people are presenting the data in the graphical format? Why not in the structured format like this? Both the places you are showing same data, right? So take an example. I want to understand which subcategory is doing more sales. Tell me which subcategory is doing more sales here. You want to compare all the sales values and you want to identify which one is doing more sales. It might take some time to understand which subcategory is doing more sales in this report. But when I share a visual with you, when I ask the same question, tell me which subcategory is doing more sales. Here, with no time, you can tell that this chairs is doing more sales and phones is doing more sales with no time. Why? Because they have bigger columns. When you present the data in the graphical format, end users can understand the data quickly with no time. End users can understand the data. So advantages of visuals is what? Advantages of visuals. When you present the data in the graphical format, when you present data in a graphical format, end user can understand the data easily. So in this data visualization area, there is no competitor for Power BI. There are a lot of data visualization tools in the market. There are lot of visualization tools in the market. Not only Power BI, there are a lot of visualization tools in the market. Other data visualization tools. In other data visualization tools, hardly you can find 50 visuals. 50 visuals. When it comes to Power BI data visualization tool, when it comes to Power BI data visualization tool, so you can present your data in around 200 visuals, 250 visuals. In around 250 visuals, you can present your data. So you might ask me, where are 250 visuals here? I'm seeing some 35 or something, right? So there is an option called get more visuals. So Microsoft is maintaining a web page. In the web page, you can find all the visuals. When you scroll down here, you can find hundreds of visuals here. You can bring any visual and you can present the data in any visual. You can bring any visual here, any visual. So you can use that visual. So like this, when you scroll down, you can find hundreds of visuals here. When you click on add, the visual will come here. The visual will come here, right? You can use that visual. Okay. In Power BI, I can present the data in the structured format. When you present the data in the structured format, you can call that software as reporting software. As I am able to present the data in the structured format, I can call Power BI as a reporting software. In Power BI, I can present the data in the graphical format. If you look at there, I'm presenting in column chart, pie chart, bar chart. All these are visuals. When you are able to present the data in the graphical format, we call that software as data visualization software. Power BI have both capabilities. Power BI have the capability to present the data in the structured format. Power BI have the capability to present the data in the graphical format. The advanced version of reporting is data visual. So when clients are asking to perform some analysis, we want to present that data in graphical format. We want to share with the clients. They can understand the data in a better way, easy way. Okay. So the next one is data analytics. In our list, next one we need to understand is data analytics. Why we are calling the Power BI software as a data analytics software? Let's understand. So when you can call one software as a data analytics software is with the help of any software, if you are able to analyze huge volumes of data, we call that software as data analytics software. If you look at here, I loaded millions of records of data. You can load it into Power BI. When you go and look at this table, it contains some 60,000 records. Not only 60,000 records, you can load 10 million records into Power BI. You can start performing the analysis. Millions of records of data we can load into Power BI. We can start performing the analysis. So when you are able to perform the analysis on millions of records of data, we call that software as data analytics softwares. Data analytics softwares. With the help of any software, if you are able to perform analysis on huge volumes of data, we call those softwares as data analytics softwares. Those softwares we call it as data analytics softwares. Okay, simple guys. When you can call one software as a data analytics software is with the help of any software, if you are able to perform analysis on huge volumes of soft data, then that software we call it as data analytics software. All these are very basics. The actual thing is the next one, business intelligence. In short, we call it as BI. In the product name itself, you have BI. This BI full form is business intelligence. So what is business intelligence? What is business intelligence? Why we are calling the Power BI software as a business intelligence software? And if you understand business intelligence thoroughly, understanding Power BI is very simple. What Power BI can do, what we will do with Power BI, understanding is very simple. If you understand business intelligence, let's try to understand what is business intelligence. So let me open an image and show you what is business intelligence. So when you go here, business intelligence architecture. So business intelligence is a process. In the software field, we will implement one process. This is one process. For this process, they given the name as business intelligence. Let me explain definition. Business intelligence is a process. Business intelligence, BI, is a process which converts business data into actionable information. So the definition is very simple. Business intelligence is one process. In the software field, we have one process. So in the software field, everything will have a name, guys. So if you look at here, everything will have a name. So starting from OLTP, the place where companies store the business data, we call it as OLTP, ETL, business intelligence, OLAP. Everything will have a name in the software field. So in the software field, we will implement one process. For that process, they given a name called business intelligence. Business intelligence is a process which converts business data, company's business data, into actionable information. So let's understand what is this BI process. Power BI is also used for same purpose, guys. What we are going to do in BI tools, or what we are going to do in business intelligence process using Power BI also will do the same thing. Power BI is also used to convert the business data into actionable information. Understand, guys? Power BI software is also used to convert business data into actionable information. Used to convert business data into actionable information. The work we are going to do in business intelligence process, the work we are going to do with Power BI is pin to pin same. Both are used to convert the business data into actionable information. Let's understand how we will convert the business data into actionable information. So in both BI process or in Power BI, how we will convert the company's business data into actionable information, let's understand now. So when you join as a BI developer or Power BI developer, so I joined as a BI developer or Power BI developer, Power BI developer. I joined as a BA developer or Power BI developer for ABC company. What is my work is, when you join as any BA developer or Power BI developer, you want to convert your company's business data into actionable information. So when you join as a BA developer or Power BI developer, when they will hire a BA developer or Power BI developer, I clearly explain. And at starting of the demo, I clearly explain when they will hire a BA developer or Power BI developer. When they will hire a BI developer or Power BI developer, guys, when there is any company, when they're storing any, take Amazon, when they're doing a business, when they're running a business, they'll get some business data. That business data they will be storing in files or databases or so on. When they want to analyze their business data, they'll hire a Power BI developer or any BA developer. Okay. So what they'll provide you when you join in the company as a BA developer, 1 week of time, you are not going to develop anything for them. First 1 week, what they'll do, they'll explain clearly what is the company and what business they are doing. They'll explain first business, and they'll explain from that business what business data they will get. They'll explain about their business data, and they'll explain how the business data is storing in the OLTP systems. What are the tables you have here, how they are storing this data, they'll explain. Once they explain all this, they will ask you to perform some analysis on top of this data, to create some reports and visuals. Understand, guys? So when you join as a BA developer or Power BI developer, 1 week of time, 1 week to 10 days, to 10 days, what we are going to do is 10 days. First, we want to analyze complete business. We want to analyze client business. Understand the client business first. Client business. Once you understand about your client business, understand your client business data. Understand business data. And once you understand the business data, clearly understand how they are storing the business data in the OLTP systems. How they are storing the business data in the OLTP systems. You want to understand business data in OLTP systems, you need to understand. Once you understand how the business data is storing in the OLTP system, understand. So you need to understand what analysis you need to perform. Understand what analysis you need to perform to the client. Understand what analysis you need to perform to your client. Perform to your client. Analysis means what reports and visuals you need to create to your clients. Reports and visuals. Analysis will be performed using by creating reports and visuals. You need to understand what reports and visuals will create. Look at this, guys. So when you join as a Power BI developer for ABC company or Amazon company, first understand your Amazon business. From that business, understand what business data they're getting, and then understand how they are storing the business data in the OLTP systems. What kind of tables you have, what kind of relationships you have, understand them. And once you understand this, clearly understand what analysis you want to perform to your clients, what reports and visuals you want to create, what actionable information you want to create to your client. Once you understand all this, then BA developer or Power BI developer want to start his work, his or her work. So basically, when the client provided some OLTP systems, when the clients are asking to create some reports and visuals on top of it, it is never recommend to create the reports and visuals directly on top of OLTP systems. When you join as a BA developer, clients will provide some OLTP systems and they will ask you to create some reports and visuals. On that reports and visuals, they want to see some actionable information. So I'm telling here, make a note, it is never recommended to create the reports and visuals on OLTP systems. So go here, make a note of it. So when you join as a BA developer or Power BI developer, even when I join as a Power BI developer, my client will provide some OLTP systems to me where he is storing his business data. And he will ask me to create reports and visuals using Power BI software. Using Power BI software, they will ask me to create some reports and visuals. And I'm telling, it is never recommend to create reports and visuals directly on top of OLTP systems. When you create the reports and visuals directly on top of OLTP systems, you will have a lot of drawbacks. What are the drawbacks? You'll understand. Note, it is never recommended to create the reports and visuals on OLTP systems. It is never recommended to create reports and visuals directly on top of OLTP systems. On top of OLTP systems. So why it is not recommended, I'll clearly discuss. It is a 40 minutes topic, I'll clearly discuss. So we will design this OLTP systems in such a way to capture day-to-day transactions of the business. They are best suitable for insert and update operations. They're not suitable for select operations. The design of the OLTP systems is different, guys. But the design of OLAP is different. We design this database in such a way to have the better select operations. Reporting is nothing but selecting the data. These are not suitable for select operations. These databases are best suitable for select operations. You will understand in the coming classes the difference. For now, it is never recommended to create reports and visuals directly on OLTP systems. Then what we need to do? When you join in the company as a BA developer, clients will provide one OLTP system or multiple OLTP systems. Understand one more time? When you join in any company as a BA developer, sometimes Client will provide only one OLTP system where he is storing complete business data. 60% of the projects, when you go as a BA developer, so the data will be stored in one OLTP system. They'll ask you to create reports and visuals. There are some cases where the clients will store the data in multiple OLTP systems also. So they might even ask you to analyze multiple OLTP systems data. No worries, guys. When it is one OLTP system or 100 OLTP systems, so the work we are going to do is same. A BA developer, the work they are going to do is same. Okay, take an example. In our case, they provided multiple OLTP systems like this. Excel, they're storing some business data. SQL Server, they're storing some other business data. Oracle, some other business data. They're asking to analyze the data which is there in these three OLTP systems. Basically, OLTP systems will contain what? Business data. And they're asking to create some analysis here. I said that it is never recommended to create the reports and visuals directly on top of OLTP systems. Then what we need to do? A BA developer, first he need to do is he need to create a separate system called OLAP system. OLAP system. If you look at here in the BA process, the next step is we want to create a separate system called OLAP system. Into the OLAP system, we need to bring the data that is required for analysis. Let me explain what is this. So I went as a Power BI developer for ABC company. The ABC company is storing the business data in multiple OLTP system. They are storing customer related data, employee related data, and financial related data. What are the different data they are storing in OLTP systems? Customers related data, employees related data, and financial related data. And they're asking to create reports and visuals only on financial related data. So whatever the reports client is asking to create, they're asking to create on financial related data. When they're asking to create the reports on financial related data, what data you need to bring it to the OLAP is, into the OLAP, always you need to bring the data that is required for analysis. What data I want to show in the reports and visuals, only that data you need to bring it to the OLAP. OLTP, you might have different data, but it is never recommended to dump all the data into OLAP. You want to move only the data that you need to show in the reports and visuals. Here in the reports and visuals, I want to show only financial related data, right? You want to bring only financial related data here, and then you need to start doing the reporting, right? So always OLAP will contains what? Data that is required for analysis. Okay, you are telling that we need to move the data from OLTPs to OLAP. To move the data from OLTP to OLAP, we need some software. We call that software as ETL softwares. Understand, guys? To move the data from OLTP systems to OLAP, whatever the data I need for analysis, to move them from OLTP systems to OLAP, you need ETL softwares. Make a note here. To move data from OLTP systems to OLAP, OLTP systems to OLAP, we need ETL softwares. We need ETL softwares. So using which softwares you will move the data? ETL software. ETL stands for extract, transform, load. Extract, transform, and load. So you want to go to all the OLTP systems. You want to extract the data. First work in ETL software is extracting the data. Extracting the data is nothing but getting the data, collecting the data. Whatever the data I need for analysis, I need financial related data. I need to extract that. Once you extract that, you need to transform the data. Transforming the data is the major part in any ETL tool. Any ETL tool. I'll talk about this transformation now. So in any ETL tool, extracting the data is nothing and loading the data into the OLAP is nothing. It is a matter of 10 to 30 minutes. The main part in any ETL tool is transforming the data. Once you transform the data I want to load it to the OLAP. So what is transform? Why we need to transform the data? I'll explain. So let's write a point here. Transform is nothing but converting the data from one format to another format. Converting the data from one format to another format to another format. So why we need to convert the data from one format to another format? Let me discuss. So sometimes when you go as a Power BI developer or BI developer, the client will be storing the data in the OLTP system in one format, and client will be expecting to see the reports and visuals in another format. Take an example. I join as a Power BI developer for Amazon. Amazon is doing the business in multiple countries. They're storing UK sales here, US sales in SQL Server, India sales in Oracle database. And Amazon CEO is asking to create a report. Amazon CEO is asking to create a report. Can you show me what is the total profits I received in dollars in all the three countries? How much profits I received in dollars? You are doing the business in three countries. They're expecting to see what is the profits they received in all the three countries in dollars. So Amazon CEO is a US citizen. He'll expect to see the data in dollars, right? Now, when Amazon is doing the business in US, the currencies will be in dollars. Okay, the data here is in dollars. You want to show in dollars, no issues. When Amazon is doing the business in India, the currency, sales and profit information will be stored in which currency? Sales and profit information will be stored in Indian rupees. Now, the data in the OLTP system is in one format, and the client is expecting to see the data here in another format. What you need to do is always OLAP should contains the data only that is required for analysis in the format how you want to show them in the visual, in the format how you want to show them in the visuals. Now here you have in Indian rupees. Now here you want to load with dollars. Now you need to transform this data here. You need to convert Indian rupees to dollars. Converting the Indian rupees to dollars is nothing but a transformation. Sometimes the data in the OLTP systems will be in one format, and client will be expecting to see the data in the reports some other format. You need to transform the data, and you need to load the data into the OLAP. Simple, guys. ETL tools will go to the OLTP systems. They will extract the data what we need for analysis. They'll transform the data, and they will load the data to the OLAP model. Okay, so we understand in this small example, transformation is nothing but converting Indian rupees to dollars. We call it as transformation. Once your OLAP is ready, you are good to create reports and visuals. Now you are good to create reports and visuals. This is best suitable for creating the reports and visuals. We'll maintain denormalized data here. What is denormalized? The denormalized data is best suitable for reporting. So how it is giving the better performance, you will understand in the coming classes. Okay, so now on top of OLAP, I want to start creating the reports and visuals. I want to start creating the reports and visuals, and the reports and visuals which I create will contains actionable information. Whatever the data I'm showing in reports and visuals, I call it as actionable information, guys. Let's take an example. I have two visuals here like this. One visual contains what is the total profits. Let me take a visual and show me the total profits. Let me copy the format painter and paste it here. One visual contains total profit, another visual contains each region wise profit, another visual contains region and profit. Let me even do some basic formatting here. Copy the format painter, paste it here. Fine, guys. When you look at here, one visual contains profit, another visual contains region wise profit. I said that whatever the data we are showing in, whatever the data we are showing in, not that, guys. Whatever the data we are showing here, we call it as actionable information. Whatever the data you are showing in the reports and visuals, we call it as actionable information. Why we are calling it as actionable information is, once you create the visuals, you will share them with the clients. You will share them with clients. When you share them with the clients, clients will see the data and the visuals, and they will take actions. I shared this report with my CEO. When he think that he have more profit amount in his hand, what he will do? He'll go and invest that money in some other business, right? Investing the money in some other business is an action. How he is taking the action? By looking at the data here, he's taking the action. When you show this visual with your client, so which region is giving more profits here? So almost 50%, around 40% of profit I am coming from
West region. That means I'm doing the business in West region very good. I'll go and expand the business in this area, expand the business. So by looking at here, I'm taking an action again. When you look at here, central region is giving very less profits here. I'll go and investigate why central region is giving less profits. I'll go and change the managers, or I will take some necessary actions there. So by looking at the data and the visuals, we'll take the actions, decisions. Okay, that is the reason whatever the data you are showing in the reports and visuals, we call it as actionable information. Actionable information. Actionable information. End of the day, why we created these reports and visuals? To share with the clients. Once you create the reports and visuals, once the reports and visuals contains actionable information, who want to see that information? That information want to see by my clients, my company CEOs or managers. They want to see that. So last work of a BA developer is sharing the reports and visuals with the client. Once we create the reports and visuals with the reports and visuals, last work is I want to share these reports and visuals with the client. Share reports and visuals with clients. When you join as a BA developer for any company, the work we are going to do is same. Either it is a Power BI developer, or either it is a Oracle BA developer, or either it is a SAP BA developer. Any BA developer, the work he is going to do is same. Okay. Fine guys. So I said that BA is one process. It contains multiple steps. This complete process, we call it as BA process. In BA process, we are going to convert company's business data into actionable information, To do the same process, Microsoft provided a software called Power BI. Let's understand about Power BI. How we will do this BI process with Power BI, we'll understand. Whose product is Power BI? Power BI is a Microsoft product. We know that Power BI is a Microsoft product. Microsoft Power BI. What we will do with Power BI? So Power BI is a software which is used for implementing the BI process. Using the Power BI, we will implement this complete BI process. Okay. Power BI is a software which is used for implementing the BI process. Implement the business intelligence process. Business intelligence, in short, BI, business intelligence process. We know what business intelligence process will contains. It contains multiple steps. Business intelligence process will contain OLTPs, where we will store the business data, and we'll create a OLAP. We'll move the data from OLTPs to OLAP using ETL softwares. And once OLAP is ready, we'll create reports and visuals. Once reports and visuals are ready, we'll share them with the clients. Fine guys. This is the work we are going to do. So Power BI is not the name for a single software. It is the name for collection of softwares. If you see MS Office is there. MS Office is not the name for single software. It is the name for collection of softwares. Word, PowerPoint, Excel, Access, some other softwares you have, right? Same way, Power BI is the name for collection of softwares. It is not the name for single software. Power BI is the name for collection of softwares. Using all these softwares, you want to implement the BA process. Fine. Power BI contains collection of softwares. We know it. What we will do with the softwares? We want to implement the BA process. Let's understand what are the softwares we have in Power BI. The main software in Power BI is Power BI Desktop. Power BI Desktop. I'll complete the class within 10 minutes, guys. I'll give the time for the questions. Let me just give 10 minutes of time and we'll go with the questions. Power BI Desktop. Power BI Desktop, it's a development software. The main software, there is no doubt, this is the main software in Power BI. Power BI Desktop. It's a development software. When you join as a Power BI developer, 80 to 90% of time, 80 to 90% of time we will be working in Power BI desktop only. When you join as a Power BI developer or BA developer, we will work 80 to 90% of time in Power BI. This is the main software, development software. There is some more softwares here. The second software we have is Power BI service. Power BI service. The third software we have is, I'll explain what we will do here. The third software we have is Power BI report server. Report server. The fourth software we have is Power BI mobile. Power BI mobile. These are the different softwares we have in Power BI. So using all these softwares, we will implement this process. Fine guys. When you join as a Power BI developer, clients will provide the OLTP systems. And I want to tell one more thing. Power BI desktop is a main software, development software, where we will spend all our time. But internally in Power BI desktop, we have three more softwares. Power Query is one more software which is there internally. Power Pivot, another software. Power View, another software. Understand one more point? Power BI desktop internally contains three more components in it. Three more components in it. That is Power Query, Power Pivot, and Power View. Let me write here. Power BI desktop internally contains three more components. One is Power Query. Second one is Power Pivot. Power Pivot. And third one is Power View. Power View. We understand totally what are the different softwares we have in Power BI. Using all of them, we want to implement this BI process. First, clients will provide the OLTP systems. Once you provide the OLTP systems, we want to create a OLAP model. Where we will create the OLAP model? In Power BI, the OLAP model will be created in Power Pivot. Power Pivot is a in-memory database. In-memory database where we will create OLAP model. Create OLAP model. Fine guys. I'm telling that Power Pivot is a in-memory database where I'll create a OLAP model and where I'll keep the data that is required for analysis purpose. What is in-memory? What is database? How we will store the data that is required for analysis? I'll discuss in coming classes. Fine. So once you have the data here in the OLTP systems, you want to move the data to OLAP model. To move the data, you need ETL software, right? Power Query is a ETL software where it can do the ETL work. Power Query is the ETL software. Power Query is a ETL software. So here, when you look at this image, Power Query is an ETL software which can take the data from OLTP systems, which can transform the data and which can load the data into the Power Pivot. It's a ETL software. It will go to each OLTP system. It will extract what data it need, and here it will transform the data. In our example, we convert Indian rupees to dollars, right? You can transform the data in Power Query. The transformed data you can load in Power Pivot. Power Pivot is a database. You can load all the data that is required for analysis, and then on top of this, we need to create the reports and visuals. Power View is used for creating the reports and visuals. So Power View is the place where I'll create reports and visuals. Once you create the reports and visuals, we're done with a lot of work. If you look at this, so we're done with a lot of work. This is the development work. Now you are pending with admin work. Whatever the reports and visuals you created, to whom you want to share it, to what clients you want to share it, that work will be done in Power BI service or report server. Sharing the reports and visuals. Sharing the reports and visuals. Power BI service is used for sharing reports and visuals with the clients. Power BI report server is also used for sharing the reports and visuals with the client. I'll explain. So once you are done with development in desktop, once you are done with ETL, once you create a OLAP model, once you create the visuals, so we are done with creating the reports and visuals. Power BI just have the development capabilities. It doesn't have the capability to share them with the clients. It is just a development software. Whatever the reports and visuals I created, end of the day, I want to share them with the clients. When you want to share them with the clients, either you want to publish it to Power BI service, either you want to publish it to Power BI report server. Microsoft is providing two solutions to you to share your reports with the client. One solution they are providing is through Power BI service. Another one is Power BI report server. So lot of companies they'll use Power BI service. 98% of the clients they're using Power BI service for sharing their reports. Only 2% of the clients they're using Power BI report server for sharing the reports with the clients. I'll explain the difference. For now, what you need to understand is desktop is for only development purpose. To do the admin related work like sharing the reports with the client, admin related work, either you need to use Power BI service, either you need to use Power BI report server. You don't want to use both of them, any one. I said that 98% of the clients they're using Power BI service. Only 2% of the clients they're using report server. From the desktop, first you want to publish it to service, and from the service you want to share them with the clients. These softwares have the capability to share them with the clients. Okay guys, so what is the difference is, one is a Azure cloud based server, Azure cloud based server, which is used for sharing the reports and visuals with the client. Another one is a on-premise server, on-premise server, which is used for sharing the reports and visuals with the client. The work they are going to do is pin to pin same, either Power BI service or report server. The work they are going to do is same, is used for sharing the reports and visuals with the client. Only difference is one is a cloud based server, another one is a on-premise server, on-premise server. The next one you have is Power BI mobile. Okay, so we publish the reports to service, we share them with the client. These days where you are doing lot of work, I shared a mail with you where you are checking the mail. These days the mail will be checking, you will check in mobile, right? In the mobile you will install a Gmail app, you will check the mail. You want to transfer the money to your friend or your family members, how you will transfer the money? You will install a mobile app and you will transfer the money in mobile app. Lot of work we are doing in mobiles, is it correct or not? So whatever the reports and visuals we shared with the clients they can see them in the mobile phones itself. Microsoft provided a mobile app called Power BI mobile. Power BI mobile, it's a mobile app, it's a mobile app. We have mobile app for iOS, Android and Windows. What is the purpose of mobile app, guys? it's used it's a mobile app which is used for viewing reports and visuals in mobiles. Fine. Whatever the development you have done in desktop, whatever the reports and visuals we created in desktop, we'll publish them to Power BI service or report server. We'll share them from here to the clients. Once you share them to the clients what they'll do is they'll install one mobile app in their mobiles, and the mobile app name is Power BI mobile. You go and search it, you can find in the app store or any store. It's a mobile app used for viewing the reports and visuals in the mobile phones itself. So look at this softwares. These are the different softwares we have. Can we do all this BA work, all these BA activities with these softwares? Yes. ETL can be done in Power Query. OLAP can be created in Power Pivot. Reporting can be done in Power View. Sharing them with the clients can be done in Power BI service or report server, and clients can consume them in Power BI mobile. Okay. So as you are able to do end-to-end BA activities, that is the reason we are calling this software as a business intelligence software. Every day you'll get 10 pages Word document, guys. So we're done with the introduction part. I'll clearly discuss about what is cloud based, what is on premise in the next class. We are out of time. I'll discuss about it. Every day you'll get 10 pages Word document which contains complete explanation about that class. Whatever I discussed in last 1 hour, starting from definition, what are the BA tools you have, what is traditional and what is self-serviced, what is cloud based, on premise, I'll discuss about it. And we discussed about reporting, data visualization, data analytics, business intelligence. To perform the BA activities, we have Power BI software. Power BI is not the name of single software. It is the name of collection of softwares. What we will do in Power BI desktop? Power BI desktop contains Power Query to do ETL work. It's a ETL software. Next, Power Pivot. It's a in-memory database to create a OLAP model. Power View to create the visuals and the workflow of work in desktop. What is Power BI service? What is Power BI report server? What is Power BI mobile? What is the architecture of Power BI? Clients will provide the data. In desktop, we'll do development work and we'll publish the development work to Power BI service or report server and we'll share them with the clients. Clients can consume them in the mobiles. And what is the detailed architecture of Power BI? Like this, every day you'll get 10 pages Word document which contains complete explanation about that class. Complete explanation about that class. I'm done with the demo. Now we'll go with the questions.